It feels so good outside. What a day. So that was, oh, somebody behind me. Actually, when I was leaving, or when I was coming to my car, somebody that I had seen on the trail, they were like, bye, we finished. I'm like, oh, congratulations. It's so funny. I think they were the folks that I saw when I had reached that clearing where it was kind of like a field and it just looked very out of place. That was really good. That was a lot of walking. I think I got about 14,700 steps. That's not bad at all. Even if it was just the 14K, like, that's pretty good. It's still a really nice day. I'm actually really hot. I have like sweat stains on my shirt, which is so weird because I'm like, good to know about this color shirt. I don't know if it's just from my deodorant or what, but I had, let's see, when I was on the trail, like right when I was getting started for breakfast, I pretty much had a Pop-Tart and a Snickers bar. And then when I was just ending here, I had one of those fig bars. I thought I was gonna eat more, but I'm actually not that hungry. I had a little bit of water, but actually not that much, so I'm gonna have to really do some guzzling when I get home. I don't know if it's something about like, my body is like, you're not near a restroom that you would like to use, so you're automatically not thirsty. I don't know if you can hear that cheering, but I guess people are finding out where they came in place against all these other schools that they're competing in for whatever it is that they're doing. Yeah, so this was my first official solo hike. It wasn't too bad. Like, there are a lot of people around, so I did not feel scared anywhere at all on the trail. Passed quite a few people with their dogs, some ladies hiking together. I think I saw, I don't know that I saw that many people on their own. So yeah, it was really warm. I don't really remember what the weather was today, but I think it was supposed to be a high of like either like 65, maybe even up to 70. The thing is there's no sun out, so it wasn't like hot. It's cool, but it's still warm. That doesn't make sense. But that's how I feel. It's not warm and sunny, it's warm and cloudy, so it just feels cooler. And there's also a lake around here, so that probably helps a lot too. The trails were really quite tricky or confusing for me. I feel like I backtracked a couple times. Not that that's a bad thing, but there may have been a way to do each trail just once instead of looping around and connecting to other trails. I just have to go back and look at the map. So note to self, study the map before you start the trail. Like I said, this one, it's not really that big of a deal because I didn't really care that much, but I would have had a better chance of doing the whole outer loop in one go, I think, if I would have looked at the map, because I feel like I backtracked on myself once or twice. I'll just have to check, because maybe I looped around instead of backtracking. I don't know. Yeah, still gotta work on eating breakfast, drinking enough water, getting out of the house on time. I stopped to get food, so that put me back probably like 15 minutes. And part of me wishes I would have skipped it, but I'm kind of glad that I didn't, because I feel like I would have been very hungry and I would have had nothing. As soon as I had like the Snickers bar and the Pop-Tart, I don't know, I just felt like, okay, now my legs don't feel as fatigued and I have more energy. So this was a nice little place to go to. It's only like an hour-ish away. I would say like 45 minutes to an hour away. And I would definitely come back here again. I think I've been here before. I just have to go back and check and see when. And I don't know what trails I did. Just have to go check and see, like with which group or you know, when that was. But that's interesting because I don't actually remember any of this. Anyway, doesn't matter. It was still a really nice time. I'm a little bit off schedule and it's like 12:45 right now, so I'm definitely behind. And I was hoping to head to Sprouts because it's all the way down here and I would probably never drive all the way down here just to go to Sprouts. So I'm gonna do that and then I'm gonna go home. And another note to self is to pull up the AllTrails map ahead of time. When I got here, I tried to pull up the AllTrails map and it didn't really look like there was a trail that did the whole loop that I was trying to do. So I just did my own kind of like navigation. So I don't know, there might be a trail that I could have actually like followed, but I couldn't find it. All I could find were like little trails. And maybe there wasn't one for what I was trying to do, but there may have been like 2 trails that I could have navigated to try and do everything that I was trying to do. So maybe I'll come back and do them properly, but I don't know if I really care that much. I definitely have to start like training because my legs were super tired toward the end and I don't really think I did that many miles. I'll have to check and see what AllTrails says. But I definitely need to train, especially if I want to get to like Mount Mitchell and be prepared for that. There was this 5 Peaks trail that I saw somebody posting about that I want to take a look at and see how long that would be. I think it's somewhere in between like 10 and 15 miles, but it could be between 15 and 20. I'm just not sure. So I would have to start training for that. And I'm thinking like I could do these hikes, but I feel like I have to just start running actually, and maybe doing like incline on the treadmill and maybe even the stair climber. I did that in prep for Stone Mountain. I just wanted to see if I could walk a bunch of stairs and not like die. So maybe if I start doing those more regularly, I'll be in better shape for the 5 Peak one and for Mount Mitchell. I've seen a couple people posting about the 5 Peak kind of like trail, but I don't know that it's actually a trail, the 5 Peak challenge, but I don't know if anyone's planning on doing it, so that might be something that I have to try to find a group of people who want to go when I want to go. And somebody else, I don't know if somebody posted about Mount Mitchell. Somebody posted about something, I don't know if it was Mount Mitchell, and I was like, oh, I'd want to go. And then I read what they were saying. And they were like, please make sure you can do this hike because I'm not waiting for you. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, oh my gosh. No, it wasn't Mount Mitchell. It was Daffodil Flats. That's what it was. Because I was like, oh, I'd want to do that. And I think next month is like the best time to go so that you can see all the daffodils. And I don't know if it's the best time or maybe it's the earliest time. I'm not sure when they are there. But I was like, oh, I wanted to do that one. And I was reading it and they were like, yeah, please make sure that you know the trail and that you can handle it because I'm not waiting for you. I've waited like all year to see these. I've been waiting since last year to see these. I'm not waiting on you. I was like, dang, okay. I saw a couple other people saying that they wanted to do that. And I was like, well, I would have suggested that hike, but the person was pretty adamant that they were going to leave you behind if you were not like up to their speed. So I don't know, I might still look and see if I want to go do that one, but I would definitely need to like train for it. I have to go see what the trail is like. I think it's in Linville Gorge, and I've heard that Linville Gorge can be pretty strenuous depending on the trail. So I don't want to make light of the trail. I just thought it was funny that they were posting it that way. So yeah, I'll have to do a bit more research if I want to do that one because I don't want to show up and hold anybody, you know, back. But I'm also wondering, like, is it really that difficult? And if I do end up going to that one, I feel like that one is going to be a several hour drive from my home. So I'll probably plan to stay overnight somewhere. And that might be a good time to check out some car camping. All right. Yeah, not too much else. I don't think this is a state park or anything, so I don't think I can get a stamp here. And I'm just going to head to Sprouts and think about if there's anything else that I want to recap. I think I already talked about how today I wore my just like an Under Armour top, and I don't really like this top for two reasons. One, I'm realizing that I don't like whatever this kind of cut is called. I like V-necks better. And two, it just looked like I was like sweating and it was almost like staining. Like, I think that shows up. And I don't know if that's just water, but it looked like it was almost like a different color. Maybe it's just water. But it looks like it was like a different color, so I didn't really like that. I don't know. I guess it's not as bad as I thought. And I didn't like my pants either. They're just pants from Old Navy. I don't really like them. I don't know if it's the material or what, but I feel like, I don't know. They're not terrible, but I just didn't like them. So I don't know if it's just like only wear those if you ever do yoga or something. So yeah, I probably will not wear this to hike in again ever. My socks got pretty dirty, but I feel like they were more comfortable than the ones that I had been hiking in previously. They are thinner and they are actual like hiking socks, or like warmer. They're like cold weather, kind of like outdoorsy socks. Is it Brigdale? I don't know. No. Brigdale? I don't know. Some socks that I bought when I was in Chicago and I was like afraid of the polar vortex. So those were nice. I think I should stick to those types of socks instead of my super thick like Adidas socks. But yeah, these were some really nice trails. There was sand in some places, lots of roots, some softer kind of like earth. It's not really like muddy, but it was just like softer, maybe because of the rains, I'm not sure. And then some grounds that were a little bit more dry and rough. I don't know. A little bit of hills, a little bit hilly. So got a little bit of everything in these. Lakeside, a little creek. So this is a nice spot. I would definitely bring beginner hikers here for sure. You just don't do as long of a trail. Anyway, I'm gonna shove off. I will talk to you again when I get home, but I'm gonna stop at Sprouts first to get a bunch of junk food and a bunch of gluten-free stuff. Probably not. I'll probably just get lasagna and some ginger beer or something like that. But yeah, super great hike. Glad I got to do it solo. Sorry I missed the group, and it was a good time. All right, just walked in the door again. Just getting back from McDowell, and really Sprouts. Sprouts was great. I got so much junk food. It's gonna last me forever. I'm just getting on my shoes. Oh my gosh, I'm so tired. It's so good to be home. I need to derobe, take a shower. The only thing, like I totally messed up, I should have brought my shopping list with me, because there was a Harris Teeter like right across from the Sprouts, and I just feel like I could have gotten everything that I needed and I wouldn't have had to go out again. But I sure did leave that list right here. Yeah, great hike. It was a shame that I didn't catch up with my group, but I was actually really excited to do a solo hike, and I feel like that was a really good place to do a solo hike, because there were so many people around, and you were never really far from, you know, civilization and, you know, parking and all that kind of stuff. There was a lake there, and so that was nice. Not too bad. So yeah, first official solo hike. Yeah, so that was the fourth hike of the year, I believe. What was first? I don't even remember. It was a forest preserve, Lake Norman, Morrow Mountain. Yeah, and this is now McDowell Nature Preserve. I'm racking them up. Great hike, and I will see you on the next one.